What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
Alright, so kind of late discussing this topic, but it still needed to be discussed. So, as you guys know, Nintendo has raised the prices of a lot of its products outside of the Switch 2 console itself. So, Trumpster has announced a new set of tariffs, and Nintendo has, in response, raised the prices on most of their products. Pretty much almost everything that's not a Switch 2 console, right? And it's crazy because I joked about this kind of stuff in the beginning, saying, what if this price for the Switch 2 is actually kind of like a limited time price that could go higher in the future? And it turns out this joke may not actually be a joke at all, because even though there was no price increase to the Switch 2 system, Nintendo's telling you, yeah, don't rule it out. It might be coming. So if I had to guess, they're probably just going to keep the Switch 2 at the price point it's at until the end of the year. And if these tariffs continue, or if new tariffs are introduced, it's going to be even higher next year. Now, when it comes to these Switch 2, the console, or even these accessories and stuff like that are brand new, I get it. Nintendo wants they want to keep their same profits. They didn't ask for these tariffs to come and stuff like that. I get it. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. But what is crazy to me is that they increased the price of the regular Switch. Now, that one is odd to me because, one, the Switch came out in 2017. Okay, well, technically the model that they're selling currently is the revised model from 2019, but that is still 6 years ago. 6 years ago. And they increased the price of the regular Switch. Not a price drop. Increased. So the regular Switch got an increase. And also the Switch OLED. The Switch OLED now costs the amount that people thought that the Switch 2 was going to cost. Now that's the official Switch OLED price. But in regards to the regular Switch is now $340. It got a $40 increase. People that don't own a Switch, which is crazy, but the people that don't own a Switch that decide they want to Switch today have to pay $40 more than I paid for mine in 2017. Now that's crazy because, one, I know for sure the majority of these Switches, like Nintendo had these Switches manufactured a long time ago, pre-tariff. I highly doubt Nintendo is sitting at the factory busting out a whole bunch of new Switch ones. So there's that. But then, even if they were, and even if the tariffs were affecting their profits of the Switch one, come on now. Come on. The Switch one has been out so long. The profits on Switch one have to be crazy right now. Crazy. And Nintendo couldn't even take that hit on just the Switch. I'm not even talking about the other ones. The other stuff is new. But the Switch 1, Nintendo was like, nah, cuz, bump that price up. That is crazy. It's like Nintendo really has not forgiven y'all for what y'all did to the Wii U. They're like, never again. Never again. Like, they're still trying to get all the profits they think they should have gotten from the Wii U out of Switch. They're like, nah. You gonna let the Wii U only sell 13 million? It's gonna be 300 plus for life. That's crazy. I don't know. I understand the other ones, even though they suck. But raising the price of the original Switch and raising the price of the Switch Pro controller in 2025, the end of 2025, mind you, is crazy. Now, I guess, Nintendo is the one big company that doesn't, they don't do the mass layoffs, they don't close studios. So I guess this is the stuff that they do instead of doing that. But that's still crazy to me. Like, Nintendo obviously does not care about hitting a certain sales target with the Switch 1 anymore. Because they're like, nah. Not only are we not going to drop the price now that the Switch 2 is out and it's way better, but we're going to up it by $40. Have that seat. Like, that's... That is crazy. Nintendo's crazy, man. That's wild. Ay. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I don't know. I just don't. The Switch 1 price increase, I don't think that can't be defended. That's just Nintendo being like, nah. We good. Like that, I don't know. Nintendo's like, nah, we gonna profit by all means necessary. By any means necessary. We gonna profit. I wonder how much the profit margin is on the Switch 1. Like I said, it has to be. Like, by this point, with the tech that's in it and how long it's been in there, it has to be wild. It's got to be crazy. And Nintendo was like, nope, we got to help fund these movies. Ay. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.